Animals also have nervous breakdowns, and in those moments, humans had better either know how to run fast or how to hide well. Today, we will show you different emotional states of wild beasts and pets so you can understand that you should not joke either with the first or with the second. You are watching the channel Eternity Lab, the laboratory of forever relevant content, and let's start right now. When you go on safari, remember these rules. First, never touch wild animals. Second, always record any damage so you can report it to the insurance company. Always show respect to all animals in the zoo. If you do not, be ready for situations like these.
No, he's gonna flip him around. Start your car. He's gonna fight. He'll murder it. Okay, wait. If you're happy, he's gonna take it. Okay, go. Take your car. Just keep going. Face.
2 hours later.
Let's start with the king of beasts. From childhood, you should know, turning your back to a predator is dangerous. Even in a zoo, lions never forget their wild nature. Two lions caused chaos during a performance. The act went badly, and the audience laughed at them. Then they decided to leave the enclosure to figure out who is really the boss in the hall and jumped over the fenced barrier. They were caught 15 minutes later. Nobody was injured, but those were the most circus-like minutes this building had ever seen. It feels like we are watching the plot of The Lion King as a reality show. The relationship between lions and hyenas really has gone bad. Now we have a striped flight. In the UAE, it is common to keep tigers as pets. But remember that playing with fire can lead to burns. A tiger cub is not a kitty. Fortunately, in this case, there were no scratches. This hotel was designed so that guests could ski right up to their rooms. That is why this mountain lion was able to escort them all the way to the lobby. Leopards sometimes come into the streets in search of food. The villagers tried to catch him, but they did not succeed. This leopard created chaos in an Indian village, terrorizing the residents for 7 hours. Luckily, this time they managed to work together to catch the dangerous, aggressive animal. A man unexpectedly ran into a puma. She warned him that this was not a suitable place for a walk. Apparently, the desperate word please that he said worked, and she decided not to attack further. Freeze and do not breathe. Do not move or the cheetah will react, and then everything will go wrong. The cat family behaves the same regardless of size. If you provoke a house cat with strange behavior, she will turn into a wild lynx, and you will have to defend yourself from her. And why did the girl climb into the suitcase? The cat took her for an uninvited intruder. Man's best friends also sometimes betray the friendship. This dog tried to make it clear to people that wearing last season's models is not très chic. Once a well-behaved dog suddenly became aggressive. What happened to his psyche? Because he was often punished and kept chained, he began to misbehave. When the owners set up a training system for him, things started to improve. He became a good boy again. Do not let children go out alone. There are many unexpected dangers waiting for them outside. Even a stray dog can turn into a dangerous enemy. This is why you need to put a muzzle on pets when you take them outside. Even outside the home, they continue to protect their owners and their territory. No one knows why this pack of pit bulls aggressively attacked a woman. Fortunately, there was a brave man who came to help. Otherwise, it could have ended very badly. The little raccoon went for a big score. There are many thieves in Costa Rica, but this raccoon is a real robber. Primates are not people at all. Their behavior follows instincts, so do not have illusions about monkeys. The otters turned out to be too annoying. Now the orangutan spends all his time trying to re-educate them. The energy of these animals is inexhaustible and almost never goes in a peaceful direction. It seems that pranks give them the greatest pleasure. These cheeky beggars apparently control their own section of the road. Bear macaques look strange because of their long fur and short tail, but they are still monkeys, not bears. One way to chase them away is to go on the offensive. In theory, they should be scared of a larger animal. Even from captivity, a monkey managed to teach a girl a lesson. Animals react faster, and they are very good at choosing the right moment. You should not tease monkeys at the length of an outstretched paw. A huge gorilla got angry because there were so many people around, but for the attack, this giant chose the weak link.
Jimmy, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
In the end, humans have not gone that far from monkeys. Sometimes you can actually negotiate with them. The woman managed to hook this guy with something. She managed to provoke the wild nature of the gorilla. It seems the dialogue turned out to be constructive. The gorilla responded to the man's provocation. What would have happened if there were no glass wall between them? If you like to feed monkeys, keep in mind, sometimes they do not want to wait until you offer them something. If they get angry, they can easily ruin your excursion. The main terrorist in Australia is the kangaroo. Make sure you understand, they are not as cute as we usually think. This unexpected meeting did not lead to friendship. Despite the horns, the goat could not compete with the kangaroo and his inventive attack and intimidation technique. Kangaroos, famous pranksters and troublemakers, have finally met their match. So far, the score of the match is 1-1. Just another day in Australia. You always need to be mentally ready to meet a kangaroo when you step outside, and know that this is a real bandit. It is definitely a bad idea to challenge such a muscular animal as a kangaroo. Look, he has the face of a fierce fighter. An elephant is always the king of the road and the master of the territory. In broad daylight, an angry elephant suddenly appeared on a coconut farm. The farmer barely managed to escape from the enraged giant. When an elephant is angry, you cannot wait. You must run for your life.
Wait. อุ๊ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ยพ่อออกไป
The road in the northeast of Thailand is famous for its peace disturbers. Elephants like to block cars and lie down on them. Anyone unlucky enough to drive this road without obstacles then has to spend a lot of money on car repairs.
ออกตั้งนานไม่ออกมา ทีนี้คันอื่นเขาจะยาก
ทำไมไม่มาเมื่อกี้นี่ไปก่อน
ไปก่อนไปก่อนหลบก่อน
ครับไปก่อน
In an Indian village, an elephant went crazy at the sight of a bus. Maybe the yellow color annoys him. In any case, you must immediately run away from an enraged giant. And elephants also run very fast, as you can see. To an elephant, a motorcycle is like an ant. He cannot stand when someone parks on his territory and can cause serious damage to both people and vehicles. Bulls are known for their ferocity and lack of discrimination. Fear drove this bull crazy. People said he escaped from a truck that was taking him to the slaughterhouse. That is why he tried to smash everything in his chaotic path. It looks like this bull decided to move the corrida to the city streets, only the asphalt turned out to be too slippery for him. The noise of the crowd agitated the bull. He immediately tried to take out his anger on his trainer. Do not get too close to bison. They can get angry at any moment. They do not even need a reason. Rhinos are very angry, always and everywhere. An unlucky warthog lost his vigilance and came too close to the rhino's lunch. He did not expect such a twist. If the rhino knew where the fuel tank was, he would definitely hit exactly there on purpose. Another one of the most aggressive animals is the hippopotamus. Lesson learned: when a hippo is having lunch, he must not be disturbed. And when he is not having lunch, he must not be disturbed either. This scene was filmed in the days when drones were not yet used for shooting. The cameraman remained unharmed thanks to his pretty good survival skills. This guy was testing the bear's patience. He climbed into an iron cage and thought he was completely safe.
Oh God! Oh God! He's going for the kill!
I have no idea why he needed this experiment, but any jokes with bears are a very bad idea. If you think hoofed animals are not very smart, here you might be wrong. They may not be very cunning, but they make up for it with strength. It is incredible how a wild boar squeezed through this hole into the store. He made a lot of noise and, of course, damaged the property. If you decide to play with a wild piglet in front of his mother, do not doubt it. She will think that you are about to roast him and will not let you even talk to him. When your attention is attracted by white fluffy babies, you do not expect that an adult fat boar with a wet snout is following you. A wild boar burst into the city and decided to have some fun. The security service had to work hard to send him back to where he came from. An unexpected guest in the beauty salon did not come for a makeover. Next time, the owner will install a door that opens outward. The bigger the horns and the slimmer the hooves, the higher the speed. A furious deer destroyed the store with a running start. The big question is why he needed to burst in there and cause all that mess. Animals can also become victims of their emotions. The rider could not stay in the saddle, and the horse could not control herself. The llama clearly does not like ice cream. How else can you drive away annoying people? She could not care less about their cone. It is not that the mirror was set wrong. Maybe the camel was just upset? The bar was a place where people could relax after a working day, but the horse's invasion turned it into a madhouse. It is not clear what evil force drove the deer across the road. They were literally running headlong. You did not expect that such animals had learned to open car doors, did you? What did the deer need inside the car, and why was he so persistent and even rude? Just in case, it is better to keep the doors closed both while driving and when stopped. If moose decide to sort things out, they do not look around. Drivers have to look not only straight ahead, but also turn their heads so as not to take the hit themselves.
Can I go across?
The earth probably trembles from their stampede, and the loud rumble carries far around. The migration of wild animals is a natural force. Let us look at some impudent birds when you are among the elite and live in Australia. And now compare that with how it is when you just live in Australia. Why did the goose dislike the police officer? Why did it start trying on him the moves from the cartoon Kung Fu Panda? The eagle is considered the king of the sky, but this one turned out to be playful and decided to join the game on the ground. Apparently, the pelican had never seen such an interesting fish and is trying to figure out which parts of its body might fit into his beak. If you do not want to feed your lunch to the seagulls on the beach, it is better to eat indoors. A wild, angry pigeon apparently took the author of this video for a Pokemon. If you decide to scare a parrot, it can play a joke on you instead and mock you in a very offensive way. The plot of this fable is simple. The swan convinces the dog that he is actually the scariest creature in the world. Once an employee forgot to close the pen, and about 100 ostriches arranged a marathon through the city streets. We do not know who came first. The guard ostrich keeps order on his territory. For him, this person is a border violator. Do not behave like this guy unless you can accelerate up to 45 miles per hour. This is not decoration, but an enormous spiderweb in Indonesia. It was discovered in Bali. Snakes are scary by themselves, but they can also behave like real monsters. The python's owner brought home fresh food for his beloved pet and got an overly enthusiastic thank you. Until the ceiling is tightly sealed, no one will dare to use this bathroom. In southern countries, it is better to watch not the door of your house, but the ceiling.
Ow! Kurt, take me to the hospital! Take me to the hospital!
If someone taps you on the shoulder in the jungle, you had better run without looking back. Tiny insects can cause huge trouble. One angry bee means one painful sting, but if there is a whole swarm and the anger is multiplied by 1,000, it is time to close every crack.
Look at him go.
The inhabitants of rivers and lakes are just as dangerous as sea predators. Do not laugh. You have no idea how fast hippos are underwater and how aggressive they can be. Everything and everyone annoys them, and they will spare no effort to chase you. If you want a crocodile to come out to you, you will have to wake him up and annoy him a little. Apparently, the alligator decided that the man was a fatter prey and left the chicken for dessert. Sea predators keep everyone around them in fear. Despite the lifeguards' warnings, many tourists still swim where sea lions live. This upsets the animals and forces them to take matters into their own paws. People say a beluga, or giant sturgeon, is a non-aggressive fish. It simply has no teeth. But just look at its behavior. It seems they have just grown in. The click of the camera triggered the octopus. Maybe he did not want to be filmed in this movie. How do you explain that the diver just wants to watch him? Do not worry, this is not a world takeover. The octopus is simply looking for a way to escape from the aquarium into the sea. Fish cannot speak or shake your hand, so they greet divers the only way they can. For some reason, the fish needed sunglasses. It knocked them off the fisherman.
That's not good.
What is it like to come face to face with the main predator of the ocean? It seems the shark itself wants to steer this boat. If you decide to go out into the ocean in an inflatable boat, you should know that this is an extremely unreliable vessel. It looks like sharks get special pleasure from damaging your gear. The Arctic environment is getting more and more polluted, so animals are protesting against human visits. This walrus has apparently perfected the technique of punching holes in boats with just one blow.
Watch out! Oh my gosh!
The fishermen had to cut their trip short after the shark attack. It hit the canoe so hard that it almost knocked them out of it. The shark literally tried to lift the boat with its entire body. Just a little more and things could have ended in disaster. Orcas belong to the dolphin family, but that does not stop them from hunting their relatives. They are also the most ruthless hunters in the ocean. How many hours do you have to wait with a camera to finally get this shot and not flip over in your boat? Be careful when you meet wild animals and do not hesitate. They will not stop to think. That is a perfect reason to like this video and subscribe to the channel Eternity Lab, the laboratory of forever relevant content. Watch our previous episodes and thank you for watching.
Hey, cat.
吃的停俺们车边了。
我的天，在我车。